Hey guys, Potatoes here. Monolith have released their new content plans for 2017 and 2018. Now we have free updates and we have paid updates. So, free updates, I have to say, they've been listening to us. Paid updates, probably sorely needed.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
So coming November 21st is the Endless Siege mode. Now, in my opinion, this was sorely needed. A lot of people complained about this endless grind they supposedly had, but anyone who watched my live stream, my playthrough of Nemesis difficulty, would find that it wasn't really that much of a grind. It took me maybe 5 hours to get through the whole 10 stages of the fortress defenses. It wasn't actually that bad. And unfortunately, when we reached the end of it, there was no way for us to get more legendary orcs. No easy way. And I'm constantly asked to do a video on the best ways to farm legendary orcs, and honestly, the best way is just to find them in pit fights now, or die over and over and over again until you find one. Now, with the Endless Siege, you'll have a way to farm these legendary orcs now, which is what everyone needed and what the game needed, because the only other way to get legendaries was just this tedious process. So now with Endless Siege, you have a way to test out your defenses as well as finishing off your legendary set items, which is amazing and which was needed to complete the game in my opinion. So I'm glad that Monolith has come to listen to us and has put out this content for free that will help the game. So coming November 21st is the Endless Siege mode, so you can defend your fortress against Sauron's forces as the Dark Lord tries to reclaim Mordor in the Endless Sieges. Now, there was a lot of controversy about the endgame of Shadow of War. Hey, it's a grind, blah blah blah, but everyone that watched my live streams watched me play this on Nemesis difficulty, and they would have seen it only took one stream to get through the whole endgame. Now, that didn't seem like much of a grind to me. And at the end of all that, suddenly there wasn't an easy way to get legendary items, or legendary orcs, whichever you prefer. Now with Endless Siege, there will be. I've been asked constantly to put out a video about the best ways to farm legendary orcs. There isn't a best way. That's why I haven't put a video out. There isn't a best way. You can go through the pits until you see one. You can also die over and over again until you find one as well, but it's all random chance. There isn't a surefire way of getting one. Well, now there is. Endless Sieges will always bring forth at least one legendary orc, be it of the tribe that's attacking you. So not only will you be able to test your defenses, so you can test them before you take them over to online ranked, but you can also farm those legendary items now. So this is very much needed. I mean, the whole point of Shadow of War was to build up a team of Orc that you really enjoy and use them in some way. And this is another way to use them. It sounds so narcissistic, just use them. But it is what it is. And this will give us a way to complete our collection easily. It's coming November 21st, so very soon now. And it's going to be free. This is a major thing. We don't have to pay for this. So everyone that's purchased the game, standard edition, silver and gold as well, will get this, which is perfect because it rounds out the game, in my opinion. It gives people a tool end game to really get what they want and build the sets that they want. They don't have the full dark set. Well, Endless Siege until you find a dark tribe attacking and kill that dark tribe member, and you could get the piece you need. Anyway, I think Endless Siege is going to be a lot better than people think. It's going to be needed for the game, and it's going to help a lot. So, happy about that. November 21st, Rebellion. Crush the rebel orcs and Orcs, same thing, aren't they? In your forces as they seek to undermine the Bright Lord. I don't know the specifics of this, but I'm a little worried. Hopefully this isn't mandatory and it's just a mission you undertake. But it seems to me like, based on the wording, that you're going to be attacking Orcs from your own forces, and honestly, this was the least favorite part of the game for me. I hated when I got betrayed. I built up an army, I had things perfect the way I wanted it, and it was ruined by a betrayal. And suddenly they have iron will, and suddenly you can't get them back without shaming them, and then suddenly when they're shamed, they lose a lot of their strengths, you know. They've suddenly got a weakness to fire, for example, and that's something I didn't really enjoy in the game. So I'm hoping they do this Rebellion DLC well, honestly, because I'm not sure what exactly they mean by this, and I'm sure you guys don't know as well, and we won't know until they release more information on it. But at the end of the day, it's free, and I hope it's also optional. So moving on, enhanced photo mode. Now, I use this all the time. I use photo mode all the time. I use it to make my thumbnails. I use it in the middle of a battle just to commemorate a victory, a pit fighting victory, for example. I love this mode, and adding more features to it is just fantastic. For those who don't know, fantastic. It's just fantastic. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. For those who don't know, press P on your keyboard. That's it. You open up photo mode. If you're on the console, jump into your options and have a look at the tick box that says photo mode and see what button you need to press to activate it. But essentially, it pulls up a screen, stops the combat, stops whatever's going on, lets you zoom around, get to the perfect angle, blur out everything that's irrelevant, sharpen the image up, and it becomes like something completely different. It brings it alive, and it's great for sharing on social media. It's great for making thumbnails for those YouTubers out there. It's great for sending to your friends to commemorate moments. It's a great marketing tool for Monolith, so this is a smart move on their behalf. It means their game's going to be shared around, and obviously we'll get more sales. So this is for us, but it's also for them, and it's a smart move, and honestly, it's free. You can't complain. Now, next, December 5th, is what I've been yearning for, is what I'm sure a lot of people have wanted. Online pit fights. Challenge another player's orc follower, Overlord versus Overlord. Not sure what exactly that means just yet, if you need to put him as an Overlord before you can pit fight with them, but we'll get to that. To fight to the death in the arena to earn powerful rewards and upgrades. For those who watch my stream, you'll know that I pit chat versus chat, person versus person, me versus chat, against another member of the chat, against whatever, in pit fights. And we do it for competitions, we do it for prizes, we have a lot of fun along the way. It's, you pick an orc, someone else picks an orc, they fight in the pits, the winner gets the glory. And that is, in my opinion, the most fun I've had in Shadow of War. Basically, the way I see Shadow of War is, we're not in for Talion, we're not in for Celebrimbor, we're not in for any of the human players, we're not in for the gameplay, we're not in for any of that stuff. Even as fantastic as it might be, as great as the scenery is, flying drones over rock faces to map it out and to create the perfect world, we're not in it for that. Even though it's beautiful, we're in it for these stories that we create with these Uruk, these fantastic interactions that we have with them. And everything that I take away from Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War is these fun moments, these fun interactions I've had with these Uruk. And pit fights are another way to get those fun interactions. And the way I see it as well is that it's almost Pokemon reskinned Mordor in Lord of the Rings. So this is completing my Lord of the Rings Pokemon fantasy here. Now I can train up my perfect orc and I can set it against people online to find the best. I'm going to be the very best there ever was. To train them was my real test. And what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to make a giant tournament structure. Depending on how this actually plays out, I'm not sure if you can add friends and fight them in a friendly match with this. I really hope you can. I'm not sure if it's just on ranked, but I will be doing a giant tournament. So if you want to sign up to win prizes, there will be a Mithril edition that someone can win. Hasn't been confirmed yet though, so bear with me there. And there will be other prizes as well, including games to be given away. So please jump onto my Discord. Description below is the link. and sign up. I think you just need to put your Steam ID or your Twitch YouTube handle, and we will be doing a giant type of tournament, and there will be one winner from every tournament, and that winner will win a prize, and it will be amazing, guys. It'll be so much fun. So please sign up, please jump in. Because of Monolith's free content, we can do this now. We can do this kind of thing, and it's going to be really entertaining to watch at the very least. So please jump on board, and I can't tell you how excited I am for this stuff. Online pit fights is going to change the game, change Shadow of War, and if Monolith ever decide to, hint hint, create their own IP, which I am firmly for, like, if they don't do that, I will be supremely disappointed. But if they ever decide to do their own IP, this is something I think they should really flesh out as well, is getting those fun interactions with these orc, or with whatever their IP will be, fun interactions with these things, and taking them back, controlling them, and then setting them against other people and seeing how they do, and seeing if they're worthy of your affection, worthy of your care and love and attention that you put into them, all the time you've put into them. So, online pit fights, guys, December 5th. Stay tuned to my channel. I will be releasing content on that, and I can't wait. So, let's get straight to the next thing. Brutal difficulty. It's just scrolling up right now. A new, higher difficulty level, even more challenging than Nemesis, with no last chances. Now, guys, if you watch my Nemesis difficulty run, you would have seen me struggling a little bit at the start, and then probably blowing it out the water about halfway through. So I found that it was like this high in difficulty, and then it just went to easy. Now, this could be what we were lacking in terms of break your keyboard or break your controller style difficulty. So it's free and fantastic. That's really all you can say about it. However, I do have a point, and it is a negative one, in that I do not think Monolith have the time to rehaul the AI. The way I see it is, I think they're going to increase the difficulty by making them adapt even faster, which was incredibly annoying in Nemesis difficulty run, because the only thing you can do against the defender is tackle him, vault over him, freeze him, use range weapons, and if you're lucky, get behind him and slash before he turns around, which is including vaulting, obviously. But now, if they become immune to vaulting, if they become immune to range, if they can no longer be pinned, if they can't be, all that stuff, if they adapt to all of that, they cannot be killed. The only thing you can do is hopefully run away and then jump on them from high ground, or run away again. And it's a tedious thing to kill orcs that adapt to everything. It's very tedious, and you've seen it at the start of my Nemesis run that some orcs just could not be killed without cheesing them. And I do not think difficulty in the game should be making the player reduced to cheesing. And I feel like that's what it's going to do, honestly. It's going to increase their attack speed, it's going to probably increase their health and damage, and it's probably going to make them adapt faster. And not only that, you have no last chances. So if things happen to you like it did to me, where I get knocked off the Caragor and instantly killed without being able to do anything, the animation can't, doesn't activate to let you roll. It's just, you're stuck in that get up animation, and you get hit by something and you die. You feel cheated. In a game like Dark Souls, when you die, you accept your death. You know you did something wrong. You know you can learn the attack pattern better and adapt and change. If it's just going to be a difficulty based on everything's attacking you at once, and you literally do not have a way to counter, and that's how you die, so you're reduced to hit and run tactics, you're reduced to cheesing, that sucks a little bit of the fun out of it. So brutal difficulty might not be for everyone, guys. It might be one of those things where speedrunners will get into it, maybe. Fastest brutal difficulty run in 5 minutes. I don't think you'll be able to do it in 5 minutes, but that'll be amazing to watch. And who knows, maybe I'll do a brutal difficulty run. Maybe, but I'll wait for the Slaughter and Outlaw Tribes to come out first before I do that. But maybe I'll do it. Maybe we'll see if it's possible and how much I rage out. So stay tuned for that. I'm not looking forward to it, honestly. You guys seem to love watching it, but I don't like doing it. But we'll see. Maybe I'll do it. I'm gonna probably have nightmares about this, but we'll see. I'll be interested. I'm gonna say that Jared from Monolith, who does a lot of the live streaming, has given you guys a lot of content. You can check him out on the official Monolith Twitch, and also on all the social media as well. I would love to see him play it on brutal difficulty. I would love to see it, because one of his favorite games apparently is the Dark Souls series, so I'd like to see how he goes with this. Anyway, let's move on from the free updates, which have really made me quite happy about Monolith and the content they're giving their fans, because a lot of this is what I've been I've been personally calling for. I've wanted endless sieges. A lot of you have as well. I've wanted these online pit fights. A lot of you have as well. I use the photo mode all the time. Nemesis difficulty was something I did right from the start. We didn't start on normal. We didn't start on easy. We started straight on Nemesis, and it was for all intents and purposes, it was a good experience. Although it had its most frustrating moments. Rebellion, I'm not so sure yet, but we'll see. We'll see what they do with this. Anyway, let's move on to the paid content. The Slaughter Tribe, November 21st, and December 12th, the Outlaw Tribe. I'm looking forward to both of these, and I think this content in itself will be a lot more valuable than people think, and will change the game a lot more than people think, because tribes bring a lot of content to the game. They bring a lot of interactions with new orcs, a lot of suffixes, a lot of titles, a lot of new things that can build your story. And we talked about this before. The best thing about Shadow of War was those interactions you have with these orcs, and a whole new tribe, whole new world, is a lot of content. It's a hell of a lot of content. Just one orc, one suffix, one title, which is what a suffix means for those who don't know. One title at the end of a name, like the spiders, for example, brings in a lot of new interactions. You know, you have an interaction with them when you first meet them, when you kill them, when you shame them, when you stealth attack them before they meet you, when you fight them with a beast, when you're attacking their fortress, when they're defending with you, when they go deranged, when they turn into a maniac. There is a lot of interactions, potential interactions with each suffix or title, and each tribe has tons of them. So 2 new tribes is a lot of content, and I think it will encourage a lot of people to play through the game again. It will encourage me to play through again. So December 12th, when Brutal Difficulty comes out and when the Outlaw Tribe comes out, I'm going to play through again, and I'm sure a lot of people will. And you'll probably experience the game a lot different than you did the first time around, because you'll have these Slaughterer guys coming in, you'll have the Outlaw guys coming in, you'll have a lot of new things you can do. You might even want to farm the Outlaw Tribe, for example, for the new gear that they give. But anyway, when they come out, I will be releasing videos on exactly what you get from them. So Slaughter Tribe, the interactions with them, what they look like, what their fortresses look like, what legendary gear they drop, and all the bonuses, and what happens when you put one as an overlord. What does the fortress become, and what bonuses does it give? I will be releasing videos on both tribes as soon as they come out, so stay tuned for that. But I'm extremely excited for this. For this more than this. So speaking of this, let's talk more about it. So we've got Slaughterer Tribe and Outlaw Tribe free for silver and gold edition purchases. Now, exclusively for gold edition purchases for free will be Blade of Galadriel and Desolation of Mordor. Everyone else will need to pay for this. February 2018, no specific date yet. And May 2018 for Desolation of Mordor, no specific date yet. Will be story expansions. Now this will add more to the story, obviously, but I'm not sure what else it adds. It'll just say players are ethereal and encounter new campaign missions and enemies. So they're saying new enemies, but is that like Zog? Is it just like a scripted enemy? Or is that like the tribes, like actually new types of orcs? We don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm hoping the latter. Now with Blade of Galadriel, that will continue Celebrimbor's story. Look, story wasn't the reason why I personally played Shadow of War, and I'm sure a lot of you didn't as well, but I'm fairly confident that Shadow of War will be the last monolith iteration of the Lord of the Rings series at this particular point because of the way it ended. So I think this is just topping off that little extra story just to make people a little bit more content with how it all ended. So Blade of Galadriel will probably do that, and I think Desolation of Mordor is going to, based on the name itself, based on the fact that it's Desolation, I think it's going to cover how Mordor became in the state it is at the start of the movies, the start of the Lord of the Rings series of movies. That's just a wasteland, a barren desert. So I think that's probably going to get into it a little bit. I hope so, at least. It'd be interesting. So you play it as probably the least interesting character in the entire game, but I think playing as him won't. It'll be like a faceless character for you almost. You'll just put yourself within him, and then all the story will come from other sources, like it did with Talion. Talion was just a character that almost everyone could throw themselves into and be like, yeah, I'm Talion, I'm fighting all these orcs. And that's the idea with a lot of games, is they want to make the character relatable in a way to everyone that they can project themselves into them. So those are the expansions coming for free for the Gold Edition buyers, and everyone else will need to pay for them. I'm not so sure on the specifics yet, but look, they're coming out, and we know they're coming out in 2018. So if we go back and have a look at everything that's making its way here, let's just go through it again. November 21st, we've got the Endless Siege, we've got Rebellion, we've got Enhanced Photo Mode, and we've got the Slaughter Tribe being released. So very, very soon, guys, very, very soon. November 21st is the Tuesday next week. So if you're watching this after that, it was Tuesday back in time. But we'll get Endless Sieges, we'll get Slaughter Tribes, which, if those who don't want to start a new game, I'm sure the Slaughter Tribes will be attacking your fortress at some stage, so there will be a way for you to interact with them regardless. We'll also be getting Rebellion, which I'm not so sure about yet, but I'm hoping it's not Uruk start rebelling within your own army and you have to put them down. That would be the worst. Enhanced Photo Mode. So you're going to have these Endless Sieges, and you're going to have the Slaughter Tribe, and you can take beautiful pictures of them and help Monolith market the game some more and show your friends. Great. Then we have December 5th. On its own, we'll be getting online pit fights. So that will release to standalone. It's going to be a big release. I cannot wait for December 5th. December 5th is going to be... You know what? I was going away on holiday December 6th. I was, but I put it off 2 weeks. I put it off for a while because... Oh, not just because of this, but it played a large part, let's just say. Whew, I can't wait for it. Anyway, I digress. December 12th, we're going to be getting Brutal Difficulty, as well as the final tribe that we know of yet, the Outlaw Tribe. Now, I'm excited for the Outlaw Tribe because they remind me of Mad Max, and being an Australian myself, it's a special place in my heart, so I can't wait to get the Outlaw Tribe and then put them in the online pit fights. That'll be a lot of fun. Alright, then we have in February the Blade of Galadriel, and then in May, we've got the Desolation of Mordor. So we have a timeline over the Christmas period or just leading up to the Christmas period of new content. And then obviously Monolith are going to go away, spend time with their families, and then in February when they come back to work, we'll be getting the Blade of Galadriel. That will tide us over until May, and then in May we'll be getting Desolation of Mordor, which will tide us over throughout that month, I'm sure. So a lot of new content, and hopefully at the end of May, I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, they announce something interesting as well. But this is a lot of content, and it's gonna extend the duration of the game, and a lot of it is free, so you got to tip your hats to Monolith for that. They did have to deal with a lot of controversy when it came to the loot box system, which I'm still convinced, they're not going to come right out and say it, but I'm still convinced it wasn't their idea to make it all paid. Loot boxes seem to be plaguing everything, every game now, and people are up in arms about the Star Wars loot box system, and you know, Monolith haven't let it get them down, and they're still pumping out content for this game. They haven't written it off, which I'm very happy for, because I absolutely love it. I'm sure a lot of you do too. So, look, there's a ton coming from Monolith. Stay tuned. Stay tuned to my channel as well. I have the tournaments coming up for online pit fighting. I still have to give away 3 copies of Shadow of War for those who don't already have it. That will be Saturday, 2 PM PST for the next 2 weeks. It'll be continuing on the pit fighting sessions that we've been doing. And then on December 5th, we'll be doing our pit fighting online tournament, which I can't wait for as well. And we'll be giving away prizes for that. I'll also be releasing information on the Slaughter Tribe and the Outlaw Tribe when they come out. Stay tuned for that. I'll also be doing some endless sieges and perhaps brutal difficulty runs. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I've had a lot of fun with you guys over the past few months playing this game, and I think I will continue to do so just because of the new content Monolith are bringing out. So if you haven't already, join my Discord. It's not for me, I don't make any money off of it, it's for you guys. It's so you can interact with each other, you can talk about the game, we can talk about other games, we can have fun, you can enter these competitions, you can win free copies of things. It's amazing. We have 2,000 members now. I think just hit 2,000 members. People interact all the time. Please get into that, sign up for the competition, and have a chat to me. I love chatting to you guys. Have a chat to me, we'll talk. Ask me your questions directly, that's where we can do it. Also guys, sign up for the competition to win free copies of Shadow of War. That's still going, there's still 3 copies to go, 3 remaining, and they will be given out this Saturday, 2 PM Pacific Standard Time. I think it's 4 PM Central Standard Time and 9 AM in Australia. 1 copy will be given away then, and then the following Saturday we'll be giving away 2 copies. So sign up below for that. If you haven't already, please like this video, please comment, please share. It helps me a lot. I really appreciate all of the support, guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys soon. Check out my live streams. Catch you later.